Hello, it is D'Angelo with Alto the Studio, here with my girl Brianna.
Hello.
Hey, do me a favor, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell so you will be notified whenever we post new content. I have a new light in my room, and this girl is just glowing. She's glowing, y'all. She's really glowing out here. She's glowing. Well, I missed actually the sit down, not the sit down, I'm sorry. I missed the recap with my godbrother, Minister King, yesterday, and we missed our video yesterday. So we will be doing something this week for sure so we can stay on point with our video. So please forgive me, you all that's looking for our content. We missed it. I know some of y'all come on there just to laugh at Dewan and I, but we missed it because it was a holiday and we were with our individual families and stuff. But no excuses. We'll be back at it for sure with something later on in the week.
Sorry if I'm dragging today. I'm a bit tired.
Okay. Well, it's not something to post online. She's tired for the various, I'm assuming, tasks she had to do.
Yeah. Work, real estate event. Now we podcasting.
Yeah, we gotta keep the train moving. We can't be out for too long. So as we promised, well, on this particular version of I'll Tell It, it is between my wife and I. We're going to deal with some relationship talk, some current events, and the different perspectives of things and people as they come up. We're going to tackle some things as time progresses, but we got into some stuff last week and the week before last concerning relationships and what you look for in a spouse. And the red flags is what we're going to kind of tackle today. And we know, in the dating world, if we've been in the dating world any length of time, there are red flags. There are things that you look for, and you look at them and you say, okay, that's not cool, right? Or, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be bothered with that. And a lot of times we ignore red flags because we're trying to make something work. And many times the red flags is the indicator that this is probably not going to work. So red flags are something that you should look at. I'll let Bree go into detail on the ladies' viewpoint of red flags in men. And then I'll come back.
I would say how he treats you in regards to respect. Is he thinking of you at all during the day? Like, is he sending you texts during the day? Nobody's that busy. I don't care who it is. Like, you will make time for what you want to make time for.
True.
So that's a red flag. Another red flag, not actively listening. So if you're telling him something, he's not really engaged. So he's not actively paying attention to you. He's just like, yeah, like kind of there, but not really there.
Okay.
Aggression, another red flag, big red flag. Someone that's aggressive, that just leads to bigger problems down the road.
Can you elaborate on aggressive?
Just
maybe like a scenario.
Rude. So if you're at dinner and the waiter makes a mistake, blowing up about it, blowing up about little things, not like really patient or understanding or empathetic, because that'll roll into your relationship when you have disagreements. So I would say that's a red flag. And just not willing to compromise, because you have to compromise in a relationship, especially in a marriage.
True that.
You're not going to always get your way. You have to know how to corroborate in that way, where you know, okay, I'm not going to get my way in this, but there is a happy medium. There is a compromise between us two that can lead to a good solution. That's my take.
That's her take on red flags. All right. So for men, it's a little similar but different, of course. can you do me a favor, honey? We're multitasking. We're still parents, and we ordered food for dinner. Your phone is right. Yeah, can we move it because it's not gonna allow for my focus. Thank you. Um, she's looking, baby. You can. It's okay. I told them already. You don't have to keep it out the camera now. I told them, yeah, we were ordering food for the boys for dinner. Because our days are so busy now. Today she had a lot of stuff to do. So before y'all start asking questions, why y'all not cooking at your house? Why y'all ordering out? It's not a normality to order out all the time. Except for the boys would rather eat out because they like Raising Cane's. Right? Who don't like Raising Cane's? So yeah. I get tired of it after a while. To be honest, it just gets to be redundant after a while. But not with little kids. Like they're in love with Raising Cane's and Chick-fil-A, French fries, and that's anything with chicken related. They're in love with it. Burgers for D'Angelo. He loves burgers. So red flags for men is a little different than what women look for in a man. Like, one red flag that automatically would stand out to me is initially the first talk is about money. And how much you make, what is your net worth, and how much you have, and what you got in your bank account now, and take me shopping, and I want these shoes, and I want some Fendi, Dior, Hermes, Gucci, Prada, Valentino, Tiffany's, Christian Louis Vuitton. If that is initial conversation when we're first getting to know each other, I think for a man, that's the one red flag that's like, you know what, we're kind of done talking here. Right? I can understand, you want to know if a man is financially secure, but if you're talking about when you first get together that you want to go shopping, and that's the first initial conversation. I watch some of the videos sometimes just to laugh, the gold digger videos, because I think they're kind of comical. Because on two ends, like why would a woman want to be approached by a person? Yeah, it's just I don't want to get into it, but yeah. So they'll walk up to her and say, "Hey, X, Y, and Z," and she's like, "Not interested," until he goes to, pulls out his car, he unlocks his door, and then her whole mind changes. Her whole world she has an epiphany, and everything has changed. Right? She's a whole different person, a whole other world, because he's driving a Lambo or some really expensive exotic car or truck, and her mind kind of changes. So that's a red flag. That's a big red flag, right? And how do you handle conflict? Are you on to snap off? Like, do you cut things? Do you cut yourself? There's so many questions here. How you handle conflict resolution? Most men are, a lot of men are non-confrontational in a way that they'll just shut down and just have you talking to yourself. Some men are more, talkative. Some men aren't. And so some women, to a man that's kind of reserved and don't like conflict, if he see you're turning up because of an argument, he's likely going to say, yeah, this is not for me because I'm more chilled and you're like ready to blow a gasket because I didn't pick your favorite restaurant for Valentine's Day. And he looks for people. Another red flag would be, if you're unrealistic in your expectations. It's like, okay, you're being unrealistic right now, and how you handling this matter, or how you are approaching this matter. You're being very negative, and I think men look at things from a different lens than women. By virtue, of course, we're different, right? We look autonomy of the body is completely different. Anatomy, of the body is just completely different. So we're looking for different things. And I think those are a couple. To recap, I said, you're unrealistic. Money is the first initial conversation, and taking you shopping. I don't even know you. Actually, I'm going to take you shopping. Why are you asking me to take you shopping? Spend the bag on you. Before they can even, now these women are saying, before you can even date me, you got to spend the bag on me. You be sitting right there at that bus stop.
Yeah, I think they're just used to some man doing it. Hey, that's why they ask for it.
They better find one that's gonna do it. Somebody may be doing it, but I can definitely tell you he's not doing it to keep her.
No.
Yeah. He has his motives of what he wants.
I
mean, I'm not surprised. Nothing surprises me anymore in this world. I used to be surprised by stuff, but nothing really surprises me anymore. This world is just very interesting, I would say. We live in a very interesting world now. So, yeah. That may work for some men, and some men may do that, and then they get tired of you, and then they dump you off at the nearest bus stop after they're kind of done playing game with you, and then they'll just date your friend or something. So if that's what you're looking for, you can be a toy to somebody. But if you're looking for a relationship and a partner to build with and to potentially start a family with, then that's not how you approach a potential husband or partner. If you guys want to date first, it's not you. That's not the first piece of information that we're going to look for. Is how much you make. Right. I would say. No, I agree. Until we get into the talking phase, and then those questions become important. But while you're dating, that's not important, right? Because first off, I personally don't believe. Now, this is just me. Everyone is different, so beat me up whenever you see me, I guess. I don't think going all out and splurging and going bananas the first couple of dates is a smart idea, especially if you can't keep that up, because now you, as the man, you're creating this false sense of security to her. She thinks she's going to always get steak 48. She's going to always get Ruth Chris. She's going to always get, these Michelin star, 5-star restaurants. And that's a quarterly bonus thing for you. She thinks that's every time y'all go out.
Depending on the tax bracket.
That's what I'm saying, babe. Yeah. I'm saying depending on the tax. I'm saying you can't afford it. That's why I said if you can't keep up with that particular lifestyle that you're displaying, then you may need to go to the Cheesecake Factory if that's what you can afford. So it's no sense in fronting of that you can always go to these places and you can't go. And then she's like, okay, where are we going tonight? And you're like, I was really thinking Denny's. We just came from Steak 48 last week. Well, that was last week. I had got my bonus. I had some extra money. So it's very good to be honest up front with what you can do and what you can't do. And that is displayed, me, in the initial couple dates. Like, if your budget is Cheesecake Factory, take her there first. If she wants you, you can have a picnic in the park. And she'll be fine. If she don't want you, she wants a dinner, then she's going to want Steak 48 with the mac and cheese. But if she wants you for you, she's going to go wherever you go because she's going to want to spend time with you. So men out there, please be very careful and very cautious that you're not sending the wrong signal to that lady by having her thinking you can keep up this lifestyle that you can't keep up. And I think that's very unfair for women to go out on a date with a man and he portrays it like he has it and he really doesn't. And now she's like, okay, well, I was expecting this particular lifestyle, and then all along he can't keep up with it because he was trying to impress her. You can impress her in other ways, but not in ways where she's thinking you are in a different tax bracket. Right. I'll say it that way.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think you should be authentically who you are in the beginning of your relationship, and then you don't have to waive that or change that as you proceed on within the relationship. Because as a relationship grows, the goal is for us and for anybody we will talk to is marriage should be your goal.
Which is the goal. That's right.
With that being said, we went from single and what you should do as a single to engagement, and now we are in the topics of marriage. So, our qualifications in marriage. We've been married for 7 years.
7 years, yeah.
So, we can give you some tips.
Give you 7 years of advice.
Yeah. Some tips on your relationship, your marriage. You're not going to always agree.
Oh, no.
You can agree to disagree.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be the biggest part of it.
You learn how to communicate better as time goes on. You learn the person better. People still evolve and change. So somebody that you knew 5 years ago may not be the same person. They should have evolved and grew in some kind of ways. So that is new. That can be new sometimes for people. I would say the love looks different. In the beginning, you're like so puppy love, you know? And as you get older, you still love the person, you love them more because you've been through more things with them, so your love looks different, you know?
Good point. Yes.
And then you have to factor in other factors, kids and career. God is always number one, so just stand on top of your spiritual items that could be from prayer to devotion to reading the word to church, being on the same page in that way.
Yeah.
I do not agree with people who are not equally yoked getting married.
Don't do it, bloodbath.
If somebody's Muslim and you're Christian, I don't know how that's going to work with like kids and you and him, and that just, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't have to be Muslim. It can be whatever.
Yeah, it can
atheist and Christian,
very
Muslim and Buddhist. I don't know.
Hard thing to navigate. Very hard to navigate that terrain, especially if you think you can and you can't. And then I'm not sure why my cord like that. Sorry, y'all. I think you can and you can't, and then it's like, okay, well, you married this individual knowing that they were of a different faith than you, and now you have to kind of like, I don't want to say make it work, but you kind of have to think about it and say, okay, where are the kids going on Sunday? Like, how are they worshiping on Sundays? What are we doing? Are we all going here? Are we all going there? Well, I'm not going there because I'm not this. I don't believe in that. Well, that's kind of conversation that we should have had in the beginning. This kind of conversation we should have had while we were dating. So when you get to marriage, you're not struggling in that area, because that can be a major struggle. And that is the struggle of religion and relationships. So relationship and religion, the two R's is a slippery slope if you're not careful. It can really destroy your marriage before it even gets started.
Right.
Because you're going to want to raise your children this way, and this person, rightfully so, going to want to raise their children this way. And either or can't get mad at either or, right? Because...
Right. That's what makes things slippery slope and just confusing as heck. Like, I wouldn't want to be raised in a household like that. Like,
no,
I need my parents
makes
on the same
children
page.
Very bipolar. Well, not bipolar, but it makes them up and down, right? And that's unfair to them. Confused. Yeah. Better word. Because confusion sets in.
We're supposed to train up a child in the way they should
go. When he gets old, he will not depart from it.
Right.
So how are you raising them up if nothing?
Right.
Be very difficult. So religion and relationships, we should have talked about that. I think we did. We kind of crossed it a little bit. Before you even get into marriage, hopefully that has been established, and you know, like, we're going to church on Sundays, or you know, we're going to the mosque.
Right.
Or we're going to mass. Right? Or we're going to the temple. These are things you have to know in the beginning. You can't expect a person, especially with their diehard into their faith, you bring children in there, and then they're going to simply say, well, I want my child to be this. Right. And then you're going to say, well, I want my child, I believe in this, and I want to indoctrinate my child with what I believe. And that's difficult. I think I don't have no problem. I wouldn't have no problem. You tell me you're Muslim, I'm praying for you. And that God will deliver you and X, Y, and Z, but I'm not marrying you. Not up in here.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
I have nothing against Muslims.
Not at all.
But
I don't agree.
Marrying, I have something against the religion. But as far as a person, I don't.
Yeah.
As a preacher, I have my... Yeah, so I'm not going to sit and say I have a problem. I have a problem with their faith, but I don't have a problem with the individual. You got to just say that. Let me just... Don't move. Right, don't move. I got things figured out here a little bit. But all right, sorry about that. Wife had to leave and go get the boys' food that's outside, apparently. So, as I was saying, right, when you're dating a person, you're marrying them, you're really going to want to, hey, mom, you're really going to want to make sure you are looking at that from a different lens to make sure you are really evaluating your take on marriage and religion because that is certainly a key aspect in your relationship. So if your person that you're dating is of a different faith, then that's a conversation you're going to want to have that you may not want to continue the relationship because you're going to get feelings attached, you're going to fall in love most likely, and there's going to be things where you're going to really have to make strong decisions and things because they're going to be dominant in what they believe and you're going to be dominant in what you believe, and it's likely not going to work out the way that you think it's going to work out. So that's something you have to keep in mind and be very mindful of when you're dating somebody. Now, after you would have gotten married and you're married now, there are, of course, as we all know, those of us that have been married for even 6 months, there are problems are going to arise, things are going to come up. There's going to be conversation that you're going to have. And the last thing you need in your relationship is silent killers. And I talked to a couple about this not too long ago about the phrase silent killers. Things that silently can kill and hinder your marriage, and it can be very detrimental to your marriage when you're not looking at these things. So I have a couple things that I would say are silent killers. And the first one, as we all know, or it's a very simple one, is lack of communication. People think sometimes being quiet, not saying anything, staying quiet, staying reserved, staying in your own world, not addressing conflict, not addressing problems is the solution to a happy home. And I'm here to tell you that it's the exact opposite. Because at some point you're going to get tired, you're going to get frustrated continuously, and either you're going to either start becoming isolated from your partner, you're going to start becoming very frustrated with your partner, and they may not even know that this is an issue or this area is a problem because you've not addressed it, you've not said anything, and you think, and we have a tendency, especially as married couples, sometimes to think that problems just go away. They heal themselves. Therefore, I don't have to really be bothered with it. It's going to go away. He'll let you know problems don't go away, right? We have to resolve problems, especially as adults, right? Adults get married and we have children. There has to be conversation when we're sitting down and we're communicating effectively. And effective communication can happen in multiple ways, right? Every couple handles their conflict differently, right? I can't give you a magic solution. I can just tell you the most detrimental part in most marriages is the lack of communication and the lack of not just communicating, but the lack of effective communication. Because some of us are talking in our marriages, right? We're using our mouths and we're communicating things, but it's not effective. It's not proper communication. And if you're going to want to have a lasting marriage, you're going to want to have proper communication. You're going to want to communicate properly at all times. The conversations may hurt. The conversations may be very, hard to have. But those conversations that are hard to have are usually the conversations that end up taking your marriage to the next level, and you end up becoming more and more in love with each other because now you're learning different angles of each other because you are communicating effectively, especially in conflict. We can say, and I've counseled couples so far, and there's never a time where I've told them, you're going to be free from problems. You're never going to have any issues in your marriage. Your marriage is going to be peaches and cream all the time. And I usually say that's the direct opposite sometimes in marriage, right? You go through those seasons, those rough patches. You go through, the famous phrase, "Why did I get married?" Right? Why did I marry this individual? Why am I, why did I do this? And sometimes you have to go back to the foundation. And if your foundation of your marriage is not based in Christ, then you have a problem. Right? Especially if you're a believer and Christ is not in your marriage. And I remember talking to somebody before, and I told them the problem with this is because Christ is not in it. And the comment I get back, well, Christ has nothing to do with this. Well, that's a problem, especially, hold on, especially if it's not if he's not the center in your marriage. If he's not number one in your marriage. My wife is back. It should be in the moment.
back.
Sorry about that. Pressed the wrong button. So we're back. So as I was saying, those things, if Christ is not. Hold on 1 second. We're having technical difficulties here. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. Had some technical challenges, but we're back. Sorry. Okay, so as I was saying, in marriage, a lot of times when Christ is not the center and the focal point of your marriage, then that becomes a problem because now you have no strong foundation to go back to and to build on, right? We build on Christ, the solid rock we stand, all of the grounds are sinking sand. That's what we believe as believers. So if you are a believer and Christ is not the foundation of your home, he's not the foundation of your marriage, then you're going to start having problems because he's not number one. You cannot, and I said this in Bible class a couple weeks ago, we cannot exit God out of things, and then when those things fail, we want to reintroduce him back to those things. No, that's not fair. That's not right. Now, of course, he's God. He's loving. He's merciful. He's not human like we are, and we you should have got me in the beginning of this. Now, he's not like that, but it's very unfair that we're doing that to God. We're keeping him out of stuff until he's needed, and he's needed even when you don't think he's needed.
Right.
So that's very key, very important in your relationship, in your marriage, is that the silent killers, to look out for those. So silent killer number one was lack of proper communication, not just communicating, as I said, I'm recapping to bring her up to speed, not just communicating, because communicating in itself doesn't work. It has to be proper communication. Your lips can be talking and you're communicating because you're vocally saying things, but you're not properly communicating. And then also saying to yourself and not talking and saying, yeah, it'll go away, it'll fix itself. That doesn't work in marriage. Because somebody's going to get tired, as I said. Someone's going to get frustrated. Somebody's going to be like, yeah, I'm sick of this, because they thought being quiet was going to solve the issue. I'm just going to let it self-heal. I'm just going to let it auto-correct itself. And I said this even in church. Things don't auto-correct itself in life. You got to correct it. I know we're used to AI and iPhones and Galaxies. If you got one, I don't know why would you have a Galaxy phone. But if you have a Galaxy phone, you have what's called auto-correction, auto-spelling, which is, in my opinion, made people very lazy and not wanting to seek out how to actually spell a word. They just go to auto-correct and it corrects it for them. But you can't have that in your marriage. Bottom line. You can't have auto nothing in your marriage. Everything has to be on manual mode.
Right.
Not auto. Mm-hmm.
I agree. Either you're going to
Is that a can?
Huh?
Is that a can in the
What? The Olipop.
I know you couldn't have put it in your cup. Mm.
Shout out to my Olipop drinkers.
Shout out to my people that like to keep the stage.
It's an Olipop.
Yeah.
But marriage is
This is one of those disagreements.
is fun, but it could be it can have its challenges if you can't communicate.
Yeah,
properly.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping your spark alive, that's another thing. Like, people just fall by the wayside. Like, they don't date each other. They just do, like, get into a routine of just like work, coming home.
Yeah.
Work, coming home.
Yeah. And that can be
hanging out at home on the phone. That's not really hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Or like getting to know the partner
mm-hmm.
that you have. Like, you always, it's like a relationship with God. Like, you always have to keep learning the person and keep growing with the person. And
yeah, because the person that you knew back then is not the same person now.
Mm-hmm.
Person's different. Yeah.
Yeah. So just keeping that alive, taking trips, even if they're like weekend trips.
There she go.
They don't have to be like out the country.
I knew it was coming at some point.
They don't have to be out the country. They could just be in the States.
It don't.
They could be a couple hours
Each
drive.
of other marriages, right? Not ours, right?
Right.
Okay.
If they don't like to travel.
Because I tried to go
If you're not a big traveler.
in the States for our anniversary. And, you remember?
I mean, it's some places in the States you can go.
Okay. She ignored that part.
The places I like, I don't know.
There's so much world that she has not seen in the States. And if anybody at some point, if you're watching this video, or if you will watch this video, can comment that there are some very beautiful places in the States. Now, I'm not against going out
California,
the country. In California, Mississippi, and Alabama, and
Hawaii,
and yeah,
U.S. Virgin Islands. Those are all in the States.
Yeah.
So
it's nice places in Wisconsin Dells. It's nice places, and they're definitely Tennessee has some very wonderful spots.
Yeah, I agree.
If you like nature and bears per se.
I mean, like for skiing, snowboarding, that kind of thing, and I'm
Galena,
totally down.
South, what is it? Where's the Aspen, Colorado?
Mm-hmm.
So those places are nice, but see,
I just saw this place too, like in
Lord,
Tennessee.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh, for like skiing and snowboarding, it's like a resort. It's
in Tennessee, interesting.
Gorgeous.
We've been skiing.
Yes.
Which is a lot of fun. Her friend, of course, won't think it's that fun because her friend couldn't properly do the pizza. And she went down that hill. Rolling down the hill. Her voice, I've never seen this before, but as on the movie where a person's voice goes further and further away from you.
It just felt like a movie.
I told her, don't stop laughing because it was serious. I could see the seriousness in the event transforming as before our eyes, and she's just over there just having a whole entire
I can't watch people like fall.
And I'm like, this is not going to end well for her, Christine. She's better now.
Me laugh. It's not.
Thank God. She had to have surgery or something, right? Something had to happen to her leg,
her knee
or something like that. Yeah, so it was a pretty bad fall, but now we laugh about it now. Well, she laughed about it then and now, and her friend still loves her to death.
Because she know I love her. She know I have an issue with like.
I think
we kept
skiing too. We didn't even stop.
Fall and hurt themselves. Like I don't know why. Like it's just immediate like laugh. And me and my dad like send each other videos of people falling and hurting each other.
She's not empathetic. See this?
I am empathetic. Like I don't want you to hurt yourself, but I don't know why.
She also want to make sure that she laughs at you.
Like if I fall, I laugh at myself. I think it's hilarious. Like I don't know. I guess she
even laughs at her kids if they fall or something.
I try not to. She has to
turn away. She has to turn away.
Yes, because I can't help
her little Noah gets
it's not
very
a good,
indignant when his mom is not siding with him, especially if she laughs at him if he has a little accident.
His feelings get hurt, so I have to like turn and make sure he don't see me.
Yeah, my mom is definitely the same way. I try to maintain my composure because somebody could be hurt, but she's just gone. So look back to the story. She was gone. So we went skiing in Galena.
We didn't do snowboarding.
My friend did.
Yeah, our friend did snowboarding.
I'm sorry, our friend. So sorry about that.
He did
he
snowboard
was my friend first though. He did. He seemed like he had a fun too.
Having a time over there.
Yeah, I mean, I had fun falling. It was fun. I mean, just to go down real fast, and I didn't know how to stop properly, but I wasn't gonna do it with Christine either. So I just fell over to the side, and I don't know why.
I didn't want to fall at all.
I don't know why she couldn't do that.
I had like I was like, if I hit my head and get a concussion, because people do that too.
You had a helmet on.
Yeah, but people like hurt themselves really badly, and it's a lot of ski accidents. So I just try to like.
Hey.
Yes,
yeah,
it
was definitely innocent laughter.
Innocent laughter. It's not malicious.
No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, Sister Scott, she said that she's not married, so this may not be the day for her to join in. But we're praying that she wakes up. She's probably asleep, especially if it's not football season yet. She's in hibernation mode. But yeah, so those kind of things you want to do, is have fun in your marriage, right? Mm-hmm. So back to the other silent killer. So I said 1, not talking; 2, improperly talking, and I think 3 will be on the other individual is finances. Effective listening skills. Because sometimes we listen to respond, and we're not listening to take it in, and then create then generate a response based off what you've heard.
Right.
I mean, it's a lot of times we're commenting on things just to either plead our case or to hurry up and respond and say something, or to, be combative, or to say something back because, she may have said, you got a big head. You may have said, I don't know, you got a big neck or something, and you're looking for things just to respond, just to get the last word. And, or if a person's really telling you something and you're just trying to hurry up and respond to either cover yourself, or it's just not healthy, right? You want to listen, because now that shows lack of respect, because I'm speaking now, and that goes for male or female. It's not germane to a sex. It's either or, a male or female. If that person is speaking, then you should be quiet and listen to what they have, to respect that they have the floor at this moment and not interrupt them. It's very hard sometimes to do, but it's something that, we should all definitely practice more of, is when that person is speaking, to remain silent until, you have the floor. It's the same way that you would do at work, right? If someone else is talking in the meeting, you would give them the respect and the courtesy that they have the floor right now. As Dr. Elam said, would you talk to him the way you would talk to your boss at work? Then you don't talk to him that way. If you do these three things, if you don't do the last three, to the last thing, then you can forget the first two.
I would also say understanding like finances, because that's a struggle in many people's marriage. Like they just understanding like spending habits, budgeting,
Amazon habits,
budgeting, where you guys are financially to do whatever, traveling, buying a new car, buying a house.
Yeah.
And
Savings.
just working, and the goal is always to like work together within a marriage, especially with your finances, because you should be building financially and not really struggling in a way, in the sense of yeah, that's true. Don't wait till you get upset to talk. You shouldn't be sometimes life happens. Like, people do go through financial hardships, but understanding how to work together is my whole thing. Like, building together, working together, understanding that like your finances become one. As the women, though, we like to say, his finances
of course we know
is ours, and our finances is ours.
That's upside down marriage, man. It's an upside down marriage, because they really believe that their money is their money, and that your money is the house's money.
So just working that out, laying it all out,
and being transparent of where you are financially as a couple. You may have other couple friends, or you may see other couples on TikTok, and both of y'all got to be realistic. If you can't afford to do something, don't put yourself in a pinch or in a bind to keep up with the status quo. Well, I got to do this because this couple is doing this. Or I got to do this because that couple is doing this. And I want to get my girl this because this guy got his girl that. Well, he didn't struggle. People say, it should be a sacrifice. No. We're mature adults here, okay? If you're gonna not pay the mortgage to go buy her a Cartier bracelet, you nuts.
And I'm not doing that. I don't even want him to do that. That's silly.
You're crazy. And I know countless couples who do that. I know couples who go broke for Christmas for their kids. And now
we're not doing that either.
ComEd has a big old red sign on the door. And all that kind of, no. We're going to live within the confine of our means. And as a couple, we're going to grow into other areas. But we're not about to, rob Paul to pay Peter to keep up with what? And then we talked, thanks be unto God that, he's blessed us for Christmases and different things like that. But even we said it ourselves, for our boys, was it last year?
I think so. It just gets crazy.
It was like, wait a second. We buying all these toys and stuff.
Right.
And they play with mainly. Yeah, that playroom
Go
looks
in that
like
playroom.
Tarzan, and it looks like a Tarzan Target.
They don't even play with half those toys. Okay.
We want a kitchen.
They have a kitchen. They have a piano.
All this stuff.
They have a makeshift drum set because
they keep breaking them because they've had 3.
3
and
like nice
destroyed
drum sets.
all 3. Sound like rock drummers.
Yes.
Or
so like
heavy melodists in there.
Yeah, just silly stuff. Like we're done. They've
had their share.
They tear
of
stuff up. They get upset. They broke their switches.
They broke 3 or 4 iPads.
I'm done.
They have destroyed.
We're done. We spend so much money.
A lot of stuff, and now we're like, you know what? Some things you're gonna have to earn it, and you have to show me that you are responsible enough to handle it, and therefore, you know, I'll do certain things when you show me that you can handle certain things. So that's where we're at with them. I'm not doing stuff because and then posting online and showing all the 16,000 gifts and stuff like that, and the kid gonna play with one. You know, that's just it's very shallow thinking. And afterwards, you know, you have to keep constantly checking your account to see if the bill is going to come out because you overkilled yourself trying to impress some kids that only want one thing.
Yeah. And to be honest, we'll probably get them like one big thing one thing that they want or whatever, but
yeah,
we prefer to do family vacations.
Family vacations, just things that they want. Right? I tell them, here's the list.
I know that's
Give me the
not
list.
gonna break. The vacation
and let me know what you want from there. And I'm not getting all of it. I'm going to get the one main thing that you want. My boys are just different now. I mean, my older son, Isaiah, he's older. So, you know, he's not breaking stuff like that. You know, he did have his electric drum set, which he played me. He didn't really want an electric one. Although he told me he did. He wanted a real one. I said, wait, that is a real set. That set was in the hundreds. But he was a child then. Now he's older now, so he's able to get those kind of things because he's not, you know, getting mad and throwing the remote control up against the wall because he lost a match.
Yeah.
That's why I don't even play games with my kids anymore because they get mad because they lose. Yeah. Then it's, well, I don't want to play anymore. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then I know people say, you a bad parent for not letting them win. Life don't let them win. I let them win sometimes.
They get grumpy.
They get grumpy.
They get so grouchy.
Let's see what they're saying here. If you have been married for 50 years and you can't make a down payment on a hot dog. I don't even know why I read this. That's true. You should definitely have something to say.
Yeah.
I mean, something to show for that. Walking, spirit, and
I can't really
feel
see
the lust
it.
of the flesh. And if you feel the need to speak out or back, that's the one. That's very true. That's very true. She's saying that she's quoting from Romans, I believe 8. If you walk in Galatians, if you walk in the spirit, you will not fulfill the lust of the flesh, and that is very true. Even in a marriage, if you're that's a very good point. If you're living in the spirit, then you will know how to address matters and situations. And to what my mom said, 50 years, you know, how long you've been married. Every year you should be growing spiritually together, financially together, emotionally together, and you should just be growing together and evolving and yet developing.
Yeah,
you're getting brighter. Eyes are getting brighter. Things of that nature.
Yeah, marriage is also. This came to my mind too when you were quoting Galatians. Idolizing. You can idolize your marriage or being married, and people go wrong there in that way too.
Mm-hmm. Or you can idolize other couples.
Yeah.
But you can and then that
God should always be the
number one,
the
focal point. That's right.
So
that's right.
That's one thing I've been seeing it and hearing that a lot too about idolization of marriage and being a wife and being a husband and being these different things and titles. It's just none of that stuff matters. Mm-hmm. What matters is your God and your marriage, and God should be the center and the focal point.
That's right.
Should be not the marriage itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's true. And you can also idolize other marriages, and the number one thing, right? The number one absolute, I wish I had more people watching at this point. The absolute number one thing you do not want to do in your marriage is compare it to another marriage.
Right. It just won't be the same.
That is the worst thing you could do being married is to compare your marriage to someone else's marriage, or to compare your spouse to someone else. That is a recipe for getting that Audi pop thrown in your face. If you say, well, this woman does this, well, this woman does this, but this man do this, but this man is able to take his wife to the top of the mountain and back, and this, this woman, she cooks gourmet meals every single night, and she does this. That's a killer.
Right.
That's a killer.
You have to focus on
what you have, what you're doing, who you're married to, and not somebody else's marriage. You cannot, I'm stressing this, you cannot compare your marriage. Now, you can have examples of marriages that that you see that are doing maybe things that's working for them, and you can take some of those examples and implement them. But you cannot. You have to keep in mind that they're different. You're different. The marriage is different. The house is different. The dynamics is different. The financial structure is different. All that stuff is different. So somebody else's savings method may not work for your house.
Right.
Your marriages are all custom made.
Some people have a hard time.
In all be all. It's not a one fit all. It's a custom made situation every time.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Just like remember the one couple who had said that they lived in a 1-bedroom apartment, and the closet was their baby's room, and they saved their money, and they ended up buying a townhouse.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody's situation is different. Everybody can't stay in a 1-bedroom apartment,
right,
and put their baby in their closet because they have 4 kids or 3 kids, so or 2 kids or whatever the case may be. So everybody's situation is different.
It's different.
I agree. Comparison is a killer of a relationship. You can. I tease D'Angelo sometimes with your friends, like DeJuan cooks. D'Angelo does not want to cook, so I tease him sometimes. But D'Angelo does many great things. He has many great attributes. So
I'll buy the food. I even hired a chef. I even paid for a chef to come to the house and cook for us because she was busy. It's just some things I know my limitations. I know what I will master, and I know what I won't master. And just some things, some mundane tasks, I am just not good with.
He can actually cook. He's cooked before.
It's just so subjective.
See, he would just play me in the beginning and be doing all that stuff, and then now he don't want to do anything.
See, that's
tricking. That's tricking the person. No, just kidding.
That's not all. I mean, I cook maybe one meal.
D'Angelo has cooked several. He's made smothered chicken and rice.
I mean, I'm the best at.
I'm telling you guys,
I'm the best.
Short
at
ribs.
That. Oh yeah, they used to make that.
He's
stuff.
made some stuff. Okay, he wants to play like he don't know how to do it.
What'd she say? Oh, that's right. She said, "Feed the sheep." Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm doing every Wednesday, every Sunday. I'm doing that. I promise you. Yeah. So I did used to cook a lot more often, than I do now for some reason. It's just becoming those things. He can. All right, Mom, it's time for you to go.
Right. He acts like he just can't do it. That's what he acts like. Like he was walking around with no arms and legs. That's how he's acting.
Oh, it's not totally true. I am doing the best I can with what I'm working with, No, but
I know he's tired and stuff. He has a million things going on. We both do. And
plus the boys,
making sure that they
now especially life is just so busy.
Marriage is busy. So this is what we mean by like doing what works for you. Like my stepdad used to cook. Like he was a chef in our house.
Dang. All these subliminal hits. He's spoiled. I'm definitely not spoiled. Now that's
D'Angelo is very spoiled.
Now I am definitely not. Now that comment is gonna have to be removed.
I spoil him.
Definitely. That is so subjectory.
I have to take good care of him.
Wait. She takes phenomenal care of me. I'm just not spoiled. Spoiled means always getting my way. Spoiled means always getting the meals I want. Macaroni and cheese.
We can't cook that every day.
Sweet potato. Hold on, baby girl. cabbage,
every day.
cornbread. It's amazing to me how people say that, but the people, the old timers back there who lived back then, they wasn't having Chick-fil-A. They may not have been, but they was eating something close to it. They were eating butter beans and pinto beans and
rice,
lima beans
chicken.
and rice and chicken and those things. And now my wife be coming, she be making stuff with bell peppers and rice. It's healthy stuff. Mm-hmm. I eat it because it's good, but then sometimes she will get down and dirty in there and get that stuff that the boys not like. She has her thing that she like. If she lived by herself, her refrigerator will be empty. You'll just see grass.
That's not empty.
Empty to me.
Yes, you will see Brussels sprouts, cabbage, vegetables and fruit. And meat, chicken.
Fruit is good. Vegetables are good, but Brussels sprouts of no kind is good. No, ma'am.
Everybody who has had Brussels sprouts. Tell me Brussels sprouts are not just baby cabbage.
It may be, but it don't smell like it, baby. No baby cabbage.
It's baby cabbage. And it's a phenomenal when it's roasted, especially with like a drizzle of some type of sauce.
I smelled it the one time. And
he's not a fan of cauliflower.
Here we go.
Broccoli.
I'll eat broccoli, but even Dr. CB said the broccoli is no good. It's manufactured. I got to listen to the experts.
Are you going to read your comments?
Yeah, I read my comments now. Sorry. Here we go again. Not totally true. Maybe a little bit, but not a lot.
Hey, Bronia.
What's going on, Sister Scotty? You ain't going to bed. You might as well stay up. Give us 5 minutes. 5 minutes. We're about to log off anyways. It's not just marriage talk. Now we got into the talk about cooking and food. So it's an end all be all. It's a one size fit all conversation. Yeah, he's spoiled. I don't think I'm spoiled per se. I think I spoiled my wife, and I think everybody will agree that Brianna is very spoiled. And when she don't get her way, she shows it.
By doing what? What did I do?
Come on, babes. You know the things you do.
I get quiet.
There's my man. We don't eat no doggone Brussels sprouts. Finally, somebody on here who agrees with me.
You have to eat it.
I'm not eating that, man. Give me some cabbage. Give me some real.
That lady on.
Give me some real cabbage. We don't want no Brussels sprouts. That stuff tastes like dog food.
Do you remember that?
Oh yeah. Yes, yeah, that stuff is to me is nasty, and it don't smell great.
It tastes like cabbage.
I am very.
Like cabbage,
I am
like
very
Brussels sprouts.
Smellful when it comes to food. That's why going other countries and stuff and indulging in their food.
That's always interesting. That is interesting right there. That
I'm like, where is the chicken?
It's interesting.
Give me some chicken and some rice wherever I go.
He is just like my friend Tremel. Who we went to China.
Yeah,
everybody's eating with chopsticks. We're trying all the food. Tremel says, can I get a fork and some rice? That's all I want. And some chicken. And I was like,
that's my man. I don't blame him. You can never safe. And we'll eat that. Yep. LOL. There we go. You spoiled. Come on, man. That's just so subjective.
Yeah, Papa Jones spoiled too.
I don't think my dad is not spoiled at all.
Jones, but you spoiled
he is
too.
not.
Mama Jones be spoiling him?
No. Who's spoiled brat? Brianna? Because it's definitely not me. Because Brianna's spoiled. When she don't get her way on things, she pout.
I pout? How old am I?
Cedric, Elder said, you can be a witness on Sundays when that computer's not going right and when something go wrong on the live, she starts pouting.
No, and she'll start.
Because I know if I don't fix it, then she's gonna turn into the Raja Carey in there, and veins gonna start growing out of the arms, and light bulbs gonna start blowing and stuff. So I said, let me go in there and help her out. I try to protect my wife. Black people don't eat that. People exactly. Sharon went to Africa just to eat chicken. I'm sure Sharon eat more than chicken. She's definitely more diverse breed, not spoiled. Mom, come on. Come on. And come on. That's just not, this is not a one-sided platform.
All because you helped me.
Thank you, Sad. Thank
because
you.
you helped me in a time of distress.
Thank you, my brother. I know. Well, I know it don't make you spoil. I'm just saying I'm trying to be proactive and not create, a whole earthquake in that little corner at the church.
Well, yesterday I was about to have a meltdown.
Why?
With my closet, the rod.
Y'all. Oh my God! See this doggone. I don't need a man.
Drive me.
Little Miss Independent.
I don't say I don't need a man.
I know you.
That's one thing I don't say. I already told y'all, if y'all follow me on Instagram, that just like the girl that shows why she need her man, I showed y'all why I need my man.
She needed me last night.
I don't say that.
She went. I heard. Like,
my rod kept falling because I had so many clothes on it.
I mean, it sounded like a tornado upstairs. I was down here, and I heard.
I was so mad.
Oh my God! Oh my! What is wrong with this thing?
I kept putting it back, and it kept just. Doing
I came up there.
Thing. He drilled it in. So.
I can't find the piece that goes to the other side of the rod. I said, it didn't disappear, honey. It disappeared in all these doggone on all these dresses. So of course. Super dad, super husband to the rescue. I found it in less than, we'll say, a minute. Thereabout.
I guess I was frustrated.
She was frustrated. I could tell it on her face, and the inside I was laughing.
I just hate when stuff
because
does not work.
She laughed at me for my side. I don't want my salad like that. You got that stuff from Home Depot. I don't want my salad like that. It's the most, an earthquake can happen. I got more screws than that than most people got in their house. And ain't not one rod fell, but she had to go on Wayfair and get her nice custom things with LED lights on the inside to make her side look better than mine. And that's a message right there. Though it look good, it won't last.
Be quiet.
All of them decided, right? All that stuff fell. McDougall and all. On the floor. Louis Vuitton, all that stuff on the floor. Good for nothing. She needs, and she keeps buying more stuff. She got mad, Elder Cedric, because the rod can only hold so much. And every time she put it on there, Brianna, I wish I can put this phone on NDI and walk upstairs and show them that poor rod that was hanging by a thread. At least you got to
see how organized I am.
Let me give you my Isaiah
my
look.
color coordinated closet that I try to keep up.
She tried. I don't. I tried it I did it one time, and I used to have my green shirts with the green shirts. Now the green shirts is with the black, is with the orange, is with the red.
And I would say this too, right?
And it ain't
so
still. I'll say
that's
this.
Another thing y'all got
still hanging.
Marriage
still hanging.
One person may not be organized.
I better see more offering from her Sunday. Yeah, sell some of that stuff. Maybe that's what God was telling you.
I give away clothes a lot.
You do, and it don't look like you've given away anything.
But
you do. You I will admit, she's
and I always
very
feel
liberal.
like I don't have any clothes. But anyway, that's another thing about marriage too.
What's that?
The organization of the person you're married to.
All right, it's about we got a minute. It's gonna be an hour. Then we got to get off of here because I know where this is going.
I just look. This is where compromise comes in, right?
Yes, Lord. I know my limitations.
It clogs my mind and my heart. This stuff is just in disarray.
I feel you, Said. I feel you.
I'm not on his side though. I'm pretty darn organized. Like I try to keep my.
Are you saying I'm not organized, honey? Are you saying I'm not organized? This is a truthful platform.
That is my shepherd. Down here, come into the house. Slap you in your sleep, wake you up.
Oh, she dirty.
And tell you to be organized. Seriously.
Oh gosh.
We will have to come down here.
Down here.
For him to be organized. Okay. So, And the boys
no,
are like him.
I'm not
I
going to
almost got Junior a little anal. I almost got him. And then his brother, Noah. Oh, Noah. That's a different.
Brianna,
messy.
let me at least speak for myself first.
I've been trying to get them
speak
all.
for no, because that train can go to another country, and we wanted to go downtown Chicago. I have my suits organized.
Yes, because
I have my shoes organized.
Stuff he values.
I have my shirts and ties organized.
What about them shirts?
What shirts?
What about that suitcase open like that?
Baby, your suitcase is still open too.
No, it's
next
not.
to mine,
Go upstairs.
with your stuff still in there from St.
Go
Lucia.
upstairs and look.
You got and that suitcase didn't get empty until that's the same stuff from the convocation.
Nope, all my stuff
3 years ago.
No.
And she's like, I can't find this dress.
What are you talking about? So I have dresses that need to go to the cleaners in storage containers because they're big.
Now,
dresses.
would somebody tell her why she putting cleaner stuff in storage containers?
I have to put it in a storage container because
it's going to become
too
out of
much.
sight, out of mind. And then every time we go somewhere new, I need a new dress. Well, that same nice dress that you wore, and she has this complex. If she goes somewhere, she can only wear a dress one time.
No.
No?
That's like,
Babe, no.
it needs time after.
No.
I
You
wore
said
it.
one time. There's dresses that you have not worn since when we first got married.
It is. I don't know what she's talking about.
I'm done with this guy. Yes, you know there are dresses, and you have this complex. I'm gonna call it the complex that you cannot wear a outfit more than once. It becomes.
Didn't I just? What did I wear to Jada's
It
wedding?
becomes obsolete. It becomes. You wore, baby. That was pictures 3 years ago.
I still wore it twice, right? I wore it twice.
And y'all will never
I
see
wore it
that dress,
twice.
and you'll never see that dress again ever. That dress is Gonzola. Them shoes and suits cost. Oh Lord,
That's why he got it hung up, Mama Jones.
That's not why. You said I'm not organized. Let's see what it says. Say about
My suitcases are in the closet.
Need to text Sharon and tell her that her husband's going in on this. Sharon definitely not organized. The shoes be everywhere. I almost broke my neck. Exactly, because you've taken my dad's side of the closet, you've taken the other side of the closet, and now this man who's a pastor now has to have his suits in a get up and go side of the closet that's only about that big because you keep taking his space. I don't know how he got all his suits in one little confined space, and I think it's wrong for you to say that I'm not organized. I mean, I'm quite frankly offended.
Because you're not. You only organize when you want to be. So that's when I say want to be, I'm talking about
Yes,
his
Lord.
stuff that's expensive, like his
Baby,
suits
wait,
and his shoes are organized because he doesn't. That's different.
No,
But when it
honey,
comes to t-shirts,
honey,
shorts, jeans, that not his expensive jeans, his regular jeans, his regular everyday shoes, they be everywhere. And I have to
did you know?
I literally bought a shoe storage shelf for our first floor so that the shoes could be organized
Most
in
of
the
my
shelf
shoes are in there.
and not all over the place.
But most of my shoes are in there. You must admit.
But many times they outside of it, right in front of it.
Because I'm wearing them on my feet. I can't wear them I can't put them in the shelf and on my feet at the same time.
You're not wearing them.
Yeah, honey.
Go look at that coat rack you bought.
I got one
I'm sorry,
blazer
y'all.
and one pair of pants on there. That's it.
This is marriage, though. Hello.
I don't have that much stuff on that. And I did have a suit from Sunday on there for a while because I was letting it air out because it was wet, and it became out of sight, out of mind. But I eventually took it upstairs. I did.
What's hanging on the stairs?
Nothing hanging on the stairs.
The jacket
Nothing ain't hanging on the stairs. On the stairs, nothing on the stairs.
on the post.
There's no post on the stairs. Let's get technical.
Stop playing games.
There's a blazer on there because I'm thinking about wearing it tomorrow.
You see this? This is why I go crazy.
If you run out
in
of
my
space
head.
with your shoes out. You know what? This is not become a pod. Wait, you're not gonna do this on my platform, okay? This is my podcast. This is my platform, and this should not. He better go use the closet. We can't because the boys got their stuff in there, and now they have 2 closets.
Yeah, they have. Well,
Men
I
are
think she
more
was talking
organized
about
than
your
women.
dad.
He said it. Men are more organized than women.
Nope.
And I would agree. Brianna.
Not all the time.
Okay. All right. Brianna gets to this point where everything just has to be a certain way. And I think it's unrealistic.
I get very type
she
A.
folds like who's folding clothes like that? It looks like a suitcase full of money and his t-shirts. Who has time to fold their stuff? That's the people who work from home. You work going downtown. You ain't got time to fold it like this and cross it and make it sit like this inside the thing. And nobody got time for. I mean, just fold it
I've been
up.
actually trying to reorganize my drawers.
It looks like she is. It looks like her closet looks like a drawer from maybe Zara or something. How they fold their shirts up and stuff. It's ridiculous. If you ask me, I think there's a limitation to this stuff, and I just find it to be insane. I mean, I think folding it up neatly is one thing, but the way she folds it, I don't even know how to. I can't help her put her stuff up because I don't know how to fold it. I have to watch a YouTube video on how to fold a shirt.
He's playing games.
I'll send a picture. And
I just get type A sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Because in my mind, it won't be clear. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It gives me anxiety. There's right. Like stuff everywhere. Like, I just want to throw everything in this house
His man
away
said, put your shoes
garbage.
in my closet. And then, as we get ready to close, this is our second close. When she okay, this is another area that we got to maybe tackle next week because I don't want to get in trouble. I've been doing great. When she wants to do something at her time, everybody got to do it.
I am the
Take my glasses off.
I am the memes that you guys see when people make fun of married couples. Like, and the wife is cleaning and the husband's sitting around and the wife gets annoyed. I am her because I'm like,
I be around that couch.
It's a million things right here to clean.
Why is she doing this right now? All right, the most unopportune time.
Things to clean.
She is those memes. She is those memes. Like, why are you cleaning behind the dishwasher? People coming over. People can't even see behind the dishwasher. It's the stuff she does. Something. Can you pull it out the dishwasher?
I need him to pull out the stove.
Pull out the stove. Okay, I can see that. That's great. But some of the stuff, I like, baby, nobody's going back there.
It's so much.
Doesn't matter. I gotta clean it. I'm like, you look crazy. If somebody walk in this house right now and see you acting like this, they wouldn't be that little sweet first lady that they.
I need to hire somebody though to come clean all of our baseboards because that's a task that I just don't.
Yeah, I ain't even getting involved in that. It's so much. I salute those in the cleaning industry who do it every day for a living. You guys are the greatest.
Yeah.
I personally, what's that one girl's name on social media? She does the cleaning for like hoarderers and she'll go in and like make the place look. I
don't know that lady's name. She's European.
Good though.
She's European.
She's really good.
From Europe.
I'd salute her.
I wouldn't be going in there. I would have passed out at the door. I'm telling y'all that now.
Yeah, that stuff it'd be a whole nother world.
They have their hoarders, so they have roaches crawling everywhere. Yeah, trash built up to the ceiling. I will pass out.
Can't do that.
Y'all would another thing. Try to walk in the door.
Look at cleanliness too, because it's a difference in not being organized and being nasty.
Yeah, I just
some people are just nasty, and I can't do that. I can't. No. I can't. I don't want nothing. Okay, first I don't want nothing crawling.
I can't.
I don't want nothing. Flying. One year, we had ants to come in. Ants is kind of common, right, in the houses at times. Not for here. I went on Brianna, I'm gonna tell you, I went.
We went nuts.
I looked up every how-to video I used a whole bottle of cayenne pepper around the door. It looked like we was some doggone spiritualists in here. And eventually, I called the exterminator. And I was asleep. I felt like something was crawling on me when wasn't nothing there. I said, no, I can't do this. The first treatment. And it cost me like almost $300 for them to come out. That's why I don't care.
Yeah,
get out here.
We had some
Box elder bugs.
Yeah, them box elder bugs. They come from
Oh,
trees.
Jesus. They were, man.
Wood, certain types of wood.
I was going
and I swear they came after like they did the tree pruning all down our street, all down the back street, whatever. They came and they were just sitting on the side of our house. Like, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah. When she came home one day, I'm like, she's like, it's a bunch of black stuff on the house.
I got the water hose.
This woman is going crazy. It's a bunch of black stuff on the house.
I can't.
I pulled up to the house and I got like this creepy feeling. Like I was walking through a horror film. I went in my work truck and got my torch. And I killed so many box of the bugs that day. It ain't even funny.
Yeah, I was spraying them with water hose. They were flying from our house to our neighbor's house. They were on our neighbor's house.
They were everywhere.
They were on our house. They were just, our neighbors are like, we're dealing with the same thing. I'm like, what is going on? Like, we got to get rid of this. This is not.
Yeah, this is not for people that have issues with
I don't like stuff flying by me. I don't like stuff walking by me. I don't like it. If it's like little bitty, if it's bugs, if it's flying insects,
I am not
bees,
good with
wasp,
stuff.
baby, I'm gone.
We're just not good. Roaches is out the question.
Spiders,
it's out the equation. If
snakes,
if I came to your house, you got roaches, you can best believe that was my last day there.
Yeah,
because I can't do it. I can't do roaches. I can't do rats. I can't do some things. I mentally I can't do. Because I would think if I'm eating cereal, I couldn't eat cereal anymore. Mm-hmm. Especially not the ones my grandma eat. She eat those golden puffs, the sugar smacks is what they call them. And I would think I'm eating a bowl of roaches. Something I thank God. They say cleanliness is next to godliness. You wrong. Cleanliness is godliness. If your house dirty, go clean your house up.
And I do feel bad for people who can't control their infestations.
Yeah, because
they live in apartment buildings.
Yeah,
and you got neighbors.
Move.
Look,
and there's legal ways around it too.
Let me tell you a legal way around this. Okay, if you are dealing with infestation of any sort, like bugs, whatever, and your apartment company management ownership group cannot get rid of it, my advice to you is to look up. Well, this is if you live in Chicago. Right, Chicago landlord tenant ordinance, residential ordinance, and in there you can find that you can serve your landlord with a 14-day notice. You serve them the notice, and they have a certain amount of time of when they need to eradicate this issue. If they don't, you can move out, but you need to make sure you're reviewing those documents. I'm not an attorney, so go through it with a real estate attorney. But I'm just telling you, like, I lived in a building and they were not, I was like, I'm a property manager until I know.
Can't go
14-day notice. You got 14 days.
Get this stuff, yeah.
You can't? All right, I'm gone. I can't live like this. I don't care what my neighbor's doing. I don't care what somebody upstairs, below me, whoever. I don't want this stuff touching my house.
Yeah.
I can't live like that. I can't, literally, I can't sleep. Yeah. If that's like same happening here. Around me, I can't sleep. I'll be up all night because I'll be paranoid that something's gonna crawl in my ear or crawl in my mouth.
That wasn't the Holy Ghost, y'all. That was just thinking about stuff. Can't do it.
So I'm very like
can't do it. I'm very
no go.
We're the same way. We may not fold our clothes the same, go. But we're the same way when it comes to that. Now, some people's house, right? It's not dirty. It's just disorganized. Right,
you just need to get it organized.
You just need to get it organized. But if your house is dirty, that's another. You need maybe look up some other YouTube channels to help you get your house clean and tidied up. It's very, very important. And if somebody invites you to their house
and I used to organize my friends' houses too,
and it's dirty, better check that. You better examine that up front. If you go there, hopefully just to see how the house looking and you leaving, right? You're not going there to watch the movie. If you save, there's no Netflix and chilling.
You can watch a movie. You shouldn't be doing nothing else.
The Bible tells us to shun the very appearance of evil. Don't put your place of temptation. You can, but I'm saying if you go for whatever reason and the house is a certain way, that's also another red flag. Don't expect them to be a clean freak when you get married to them and they're dirty while you're dating them.
I didn't know D'Angelo wasn't as organized as I thought he was.
I mean, would that have changed you marrying me per se? I mean,
yeah, because it drives me up the wall. No, just playing. Of course not.
Part of me think you lying. But anyways,
no.
That's water over the dam. Now we married. And
he stuck with me forever.
I
said he stuck with me forever.
Yeah, well, I think it's the other way around. She stuck with me.
D'Angelo is crazy. He said,
I am not crazy.
If I left, he would be outside of my window looking in there.
I sure would. I ain't going. Whoever she date will be very pissed every week. Because she'll see that same guy outside the window with my acoustic guitar.
They wouldn't see you. They wouldn't be in my
playing
house.
a song. When will I see you again? I am not going. I will. Some things it's just not gonna fly, and he will very soon know that was not fly. She had to move out the country, and I will have to.
He will move out the country too. Be flying back every Saturday so you can be at church.
So I can be at church on Sundays, and see y'all later. Plane leaving. I can't do no outside engagements. I gotta cancel my 4th Sunday night service. I gotta do all that. I gotta go.
He's crazy. I told y'all.
Little lunatic. Yeah. I'm crazy about you, baby. Hey, yeah, that's right. So that's what it is, you all. We're about done. My boys have been quiet for too long, and that's usually, if you're a parent, that's usually never good. Yeah. Unless they're watching something on TV. The boys are a little older now, so they're able to kind of, I don't want to say watch themselves, because somebody clipped my video and say, he got a 5-year-old and a 6-year-old how to watch themselves. I mean, you got to be very careful what you say online now.
We have cameras
They're
too,
able to, we got a lot of cameras at the house, so that's part of my lifetime stories.
Come up in here if you want. We blowing it back.
Brianna,
I'm just kidding.
We have nothing in here, I promise. You're more than welcome to come in anytime. Anytime you like to come in. You just may not leave out the same way you came in Jesus' name. But you're more than welcome to come to the house. Just know you're going to be encountered with some things that may blow you away in a good way. So if you don't want to see Jesus, don't try me. All right.
Sorry. You guys got a firsthand taste of marriage, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
For those that aren't married.
Of her, right? Because she has issues, and she wants to put those issues on other people. I mean, I wish my friend Dewan was on. He can tell the world the truth about some things. And he'll tell the world how Christine is forever jumping in our marriage. I can be saying something about my kids, and here she go, yeah, D'Angelo, because I'm like, Christine, I'm not talking to you. Why do you think I'm married to 2 people? It's not even legal in Illinois. All right, every little thing Brianna says, she gotta co-sign it. So be careful too. If you marry somebody, okay, we can say 98%.
That's my best friend. She just knows.
She thinks she know what she don't know what she thinks she know. Hello.
She knows my life,
and I love her. I love her to death. She's a phenomenal woman out there. She's great. She's great with people. She's great talking.
Yeah.
She loves to talk. She's a great talker. I think she balances out my wife, because my wife doesn't talk as much.
No.
But once you leave from Christine, you're going to talk. So she's great. But
I've been coming out of my shell, though.
She has been coming out of her shell a lot more.
I've been trying. Like, I literally went to a networking event today.
Oh, yeah. Before we go, tell them how that went, because we got to go. This is like being at church. It's like an hour and 19 minutes now.
I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, I had a networking
Jesus.
event. Well, real estate reception event. I got awarded 2 scholarships.
All right.
For school. And I've been praying about that.
Hold on. So hold on. I got applause right here. We can't hear it because we got to get some headphones, but it's going to go off in a moment. Uh-oh. There we go. Good job, baby. Okay, go ahead.
So, yeah, and I worked the room as best as I could. I said hi to some of my classmates that I saw over the past year. That's in the graduate program I'm in. And some professors and some people who donate or who give money for the scholarships. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it was great. And I made 2 new connections in terms of, like, now when I go to networking events, I'll be going with these girls, which
That's
is great
great.
because it's great to have other women in real estate. It's hard seeing, like, it's not as many women of color in the industry, especially commercial real estate. So it's always good and fun to see other women that look like us representing in the space. No shade to any other group
So you better
at
straighten
all.
that up.
No shade to any other group at all, but it's just
You love
not
all
many
people.
people that look like, sometimes you
Yeah, that
culturally they
that
understand
world is just not.
things.
It's not. Yeah, it's you.
Yeah.
You're definitely a
And-
needle in a haystack for sure.
Yeah. So
I've
it's
seen some of the
just-
pictures of the events, and she's the only one.
So
yeah, that's all good.
I
We
love all
understand
people
what
for
you
sure.
mean. Of course you do.
But
Look,
it's just
listen
great
here.
to see.
You ain't got to justify yourself on this platform. It's the other platform you have to. Our audience know us.
Yeah. No, I do. I love people.
So
But it's
it
just
gets
good
in the
to
wrong
see
hands.
people that
First
are
lady,
doing their thing.
First lady, the only ones being in a networking event with all black women.
Yeah. No, that's not what I'm saying.
I'm saying how people can take
Yeah.
the little excerpt, and I'm going to shut that down.
But yeah, it was great. It was great.
It's good.
One girl, she young woman, she works for Google.
Oh,
And
she
is
gets free
doing her
lunch
thing
every Friday. And
on
she
the
gets
real
to take a
estate
nap.
side. So shout out.
All right. She gets
Another
take
young
a nap.
lady
She gets
is working
lunch.
for a
great.
I don't want to give too much. Just a large foundation on the development side, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. And that it's great. It's great to see.
That's
So
wonderful.
we have women doing their thing. Okay.
Kudos. Shout out to you all. That's
And
great.
I don't see a lot of black men either,
We rather,
to be honest. I don't really see us.
Yes.
So
Commercial real
People-
estate is on the other end of the,
it's hard to get
Spectrum.
into it.
Yeah.
You have to start at the bottom,
Yeah.
but don't be ever afraid to start at the bottom and work
Never
your
be
way up.
afraid to start at the bottom because I started at the bottom.
I started at the bottom. I started as
So
a receptionist.
I started off as
and
tech two.
now
so
look at me.
do not, the Bible says it, despise not small beginnings.
Yes.
So if you somewhere in a small role, work it. Be on time. Don't be like my wife on how she got to the top. Her
I am
tennis.
on time.
She on time. Well, now because you just got to turn over and turn your computer on. But
Not even from that,
back-
like
but-
in general.
And when we worked at another management company in Hyde Park, we dare not say the name, right? They just predominantly own all the properties out there now. But she lived in a building that was owned by the company, less than several blocks from where she had to go. Every morning it was something different. This
I'm
shit
not
don't
a
match
morning
the stress.
person.
I'm like, babe, come on, you got to get up and go. Work starts at 9 for her, and she's up at 8:45.
No, I think-
Runs, gets in the shower, does her makeup, and then gets upset. How'd I end up getting to work at 10?
No. I had to clock in, so he's lying.
I'm not, babe. We can text Veronica right now and ask her. They just
It was
loved
not-
you so much. They never said anything to you.
No. I may have been 10 minutes late,
15, 20,
but never an hour. That's just
Okay.
crazy.
15, 20.
20.
What you say? Your mother taught you well. Thank you so much. Happy wife, happy life. I have 5 boys and their wives love them. That's awesome. Yeah, my
Oh,
wife,
yeah, that is awesome.
my mom, she taught me well. She just takes up for her all the time. She may not talk much, but I saw her dancing.
That's right.
during convocation.
That's one thing I'm going to do. That is right.
Yeah, she may not. Yeah, that's
I'm going to
true.
praise God.
She let her feet do the talking, I guess. Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. Well, we're done. This is your first uncut,
Yeah, this is
unedited,
uncut. This is just
our
raw.
home, how we
This
operate
is-
at home.
This should make you feel
Minus
like
the
comfortable
boys.
with us. This is like a comfortable podcast.
Eventually,
right
we're going to get a couch because some people said it should be more homey feel, kind of like.
now. Mm-hmm.
And what is that?
Mosquito.
He gone wherever he became bug paste. But thank God their season is almost over.
Yeah.
It's our boys that run outside and play, and you tell them 60,000 times, close the door, close the doors, close the doors, close the doors, until they get bit. And we're like, this hurts. You didn't close the door. So anyways, so we're going to change up the setting in the next couple weeks to a more relaxed feel when it's just us. And eventually I'm going to move this out of here, put it somewhere else, and make this something else. So thank God for the opportunity to be able to build something like this from scratch. Yep. And we're definitely going to do a video, twofold video, and I'm done. One video will be about home podcasts and how to set it up and the equipment to buy, different things of that nature. I'm still experimenting. I have not gotten it down pat. There are some platforms that look 1,000 times better than mine. So I can give you what I have, and it's getting better and better. I just bought a new light for the podcast. That's why my wife is just glowing right now. And some other things that I just recently purchased. It's a natural glow, you all. It's natural.
I'm joking.
So there's some things that we're doing a little different. And then we're going to do a podcast with Elder Said on getting started with your live stream from the church perspective. Because we've had the fortunate event to all three of us kind of work together. Shout out to my Uncle Rodney, who's helped us out along the way on some things. But it's been mainly the three of us, Elder Said, my wife, and I we've built the church up. We started off with a certain...
Figuring it out.
We figured it out. We had some major issues, major bumps
Desyncing
along the road that was just... It was so frustrating until I was about to just say, you know what, let's just shut this all down. And come to find out, it was the ATEM
that was defective.
And then come to find out, the audio engineer, which is Said, so if you all need any help with your audio at your church or whatever in your podcast, Elder Bishop Audio Drummer is the one to check out. Good guy, knows his stuff. Graphics, you can check out my wife. And if you need me to build you a bathroom, he can do that. With that. But all this stuff,
he is tech savvy. He's tech savvy. He's more into putting together the computer stuff, the setup, that kind of thing.
Yeah. After that, you have seen my pluggers versus hers. My thumbnails aren't the greatest.
I always just have to redirect him.
Don't make it sound like I'm some bad kid. This guy redirect me like I'm a 4-year-old child. Yeah.
In a good way.
She does, because I know what she's thinking, because I can see the look on her face.
Yeah, because I'm
this looks horrid.
It's not supposed to be up there. You look cut off.
One time I had my face, it's just stopped right there. I'm like, this looks good. It was a hard stop, but now I'm realizing you got to have a transition in the picture. But I don't understand all that stuff. So again, we're going to do a video on how to do all this, how to set all this up. I'm going to show you the setup from this angle so you can see what all we have. Look, I have no issue being transparent and showing you what we're using, like this microphone, SM7B, and the stand is sitting on, and all that kind of stuff. If you out there, you really want to do it and you need help, I've watched hours and hours of YouTube videos, and unfortunately, you have to sift from each, because they never tell you the problem that you're having. Mm-hmm. But we're going to get in depth and really walk you through all the stuff that we've had to go through, the hurdles, the challenges, and the rewards. And so now I feel like I'm getting to a happy place in the room. There's still some more things I want to do in here, change it up a little bit more. And yeah, when it comes to podcasting and stuff and this kind of stuff, it's forever evolving and changing. There's always something new that you want to get. So thank God for Amazon. Shout out to Amazon. Jeff Bezos. Overnight shipping has been the greatest asset to this room and the pawn shops.
I need them to apply pressure on you for 2 things.
All right, so there's nothing that you cannot do.
Washer and dryer upstairs. It's here, down here. It needs.
The Lord has blessed us. Oh, thank you, Jesus.
It needs to be moved upstairs.
Did y'all not know that and she was mad at me about something for whatever that was that day. I don't remember. And I wasn't even going to tell her anything. I was actually going to sell it. I went to Home Depot because I go to Home Depot every single day. And I happened to go past a washing machine that I saw. We have a washing machine in the basement, but the spoiled brat wants a washing machine upstairs. Anyways, because it's detrimental to go downstairs and wash clothes. It's in the world. So I saw a washing machine, you all right? And I said, okay, this is nice. This is real nice. And it was a top load, and I was going to get it. It was like $400, something like that. So then I went to another Home Depot because I had to go there anyways to do something else. And I went to the appliance aisle, and I saw that washing machine again, the same one. Then I saw a washing machine, a dryer set, a bespoke set by Samsung. That the washing machine is new, like $1,500. The dryer is like $1,800. So it's over $3,000 set. And they had it on sale. Like I think the washing machine was like $800. The dryer was like, I don't remember, I think $900, something like that. But it was on sale. So altogether, you pay like close to $1,500, $1,600, right? So as I'm looking at these two options, the $1,800 option was becoming very dim because I knew it was going to sit like just like it's doing now. And I said, okay, but this is a better deal. So the lady was like, okay, sir, let me check out the back and check the pricing because sometimes the pricing changes. It varies. So she said, I don't even know how this set even got in here. Samsung dropped this set off this morning because this set wasn't here last night when I left work. So sometimes Samsung and other vendors will drop stuff off at Home Depot for them to sell it real quick because maybe they had it at a show or something like that. It's brand spanking new. So to make a short story long, she went in the back. She tried it out. She came back out. She said, sir, oh my God, you'd be surprised. X, Y, and Z. The washing machine is $300 and the dryer is $327, something like that, $380. So I said, okay, bag it. Let's go. So we went and she typed in my number and since I shop at Home Depot so much, they give me points off. So it went down even more. And then I had some other things. So to make a long story short, for a Samsung bespoke washer and dryer set that is originally over $3,000, I got the washer and the dryer for $327. And you see why I praise God when I come to church? Yes, I praise him over. Blessing. It wasn't ghetto. It was a God blessing. God bless me with that B. That was the little things like that.
We need to take that on up to the closet and then the mud room.
She's never happy. See,
I'm waiting on him to build out the mud room.
You can give her a washing machine set.
The floor is in the garage.
Nice quality floor.
The paint is around here somewhere.
In the house. We're going to get it done. I promise you. Because there's nothing you cannot do if you have Christ living inside of you. We're done. Good night. We will see you all next week. Have a good rest of your week. Be encouraged. Stay committed to God. And if you don't go to church and you are a believer, get in somebody's church. If you don't know Jesus Christ and the pardon of your sins, I encourage you to get to know him, encounter his love. He's there for you, whatever you're going through. If you're involved in a domestic situation, there's ways out. And we're praying for you and we're praying for your safety. There's definitely ways out of that. And at no point is it okay for somebody to put their hands on you. At no point is it okay for somebody to verbally abuse you. That's never okay. That's not love. That's not love at all. That's not any form of
kind.
love.
Love is patient.
That's right. So if you're in that and this person's telling you that they love you, they're not telling you the truth. Because love don't do that. And there's ways out. There's hotlines out there that you can call, and there's things out there that can really help you. So be encouraged. Yeah, I'm done. You're done? Mm-hmm. All right. Go tell it.